Toronto Raptors, they hired Kawhi Leonard's friend to their staff. And to me, that was just like the ultimate desperation move. And one of the things that I could personally tell you is sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Sometimes you work with somebody that's your friend, and then it just is not the same as, when you're your friend outside of work. So to them, they scored a big plus, but it's not guaranteed. Another thing with this signing or, hiring his friend, friends could be friends and not be in the same organization or work with the same place. Like Kawhi Leonard was still gonna be friends with that young gentleman, regardless of the game or not. Like, and he, the thing, the beauty of it is they get paid very well. So, he could still go to LA and his friend still works in Toronto, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not, to me, like, that wasn't a smart move at all. Plus, like, what are you gonna give him, some pseudo title like towel man, or athletic associate director of basketball? It's like it's just like, it's not, to me, it's not a genuine signing. Like, if anything, you should have signed his friend, before you made the trade or whatever the case is, because Kawhi Leonard's gonna look at this organization like, right, you traded DeMar DeRozan, you've made a lot of questionable moves in the past. You fired Dwayne Casey, coach of the year. Now you're hiring my friend, and it's basically, it looks like you're just using him as a pawn to get to me. So he's gonna see through that, and he's gonna be very, in my opinion, he should right now be very disgusted with the Raptors and how desperate they are. They want a whiff of him just to stay in Toronto. Like, they're getting their whiff this season, and now they're just pulling out all the stops, which are not really conducive to what he might be ultimately chasing. Ultimately, he wants a place that be his home. He wants a place that he's comfortable. He wants a place that he could get his market share value up and stuff like that. Toronto's not it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they do in terms of that, I still foresee him leaving. Like, that move right there, signing his friend, wasn't the best move in my opinion. It shows a lack of competence. And the thing is, Kawhi, coming from an organization, the San Antonio Spurs, with tons of competence, tons of championship pedigree, why would he stay in a place that just gonna pick anybody? I mean, his friend might have great experiences. His friend did work in San Antonio, but it's just too close to home. It just seems like a spirit of collusion, and it's just not good. It's just not good. It's sort of like, Kawhi's like, come on, man, I got you a job, man. I'll make them hire you, whatever the case is, and they went for it. Now, if he sees that, like, okay, I could do whatever I want here, he might stay, but most likely he might say, like, wait a minute, I could go to LA, get the same kind of control, and I won't have to deal with them firing a good head coach or trading good players. So to me, it's just, that was a lose situation. That was a win for Kawhi in this camp, but that was a lose situation for the Raptors. You have to make decisions based on what's best for you, not what's best for, you know, other players. Even if you're trying to get them to stay and sign with you. Because the truth be told is, if Kawhi leaves, I'm pretty sure they're going to vacate him out of that position. They're going to say, you know what, we don't need it anymore. And that's not genuine. And that's kind of the problem with the Toronto Raptors. They just don't know how to treat their people, and they don't know how to be genuine with their stars or their head coaches. So that was just like a lose-lose situation all around the board, because you're going to lose Kawhi Leonard, and then you're going to be stuck with his friend working for you. And even though it might seem like pennies on the dollar for a billionaire, whoever owns the Toronto Raptors, it's still something that's gonna, you're still gonna take a hit. So I don't like this move at all. It just seems too desperate. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla.